What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I am back with more international coverage. Took a little bit of break for the OOC, and then, well, I had to watch some of the international too, because what kind of Dota player would I be if I didn't support the biggest tournament out there? Anyway, I am back at school, so I just did a speed test. It was yesterday, and it was something like 10 up. So right now, the only limiting factor I have is my voice, which hopefully will get progressively stronger. I also hope that my neighbors are okay with me yelling into my microphone and they won't want to kill me when I am sleeping. Hopefully that'll happen, but this is going to be Mouse Sports vs. WE Game 2. Mouse Sports did take game number 1. Unfortunately for WE, their Weaver didn't get big enough to really handle the anti-mage. Bans already have been set out, taking care of stuff, and then I didn't even notice that I left the game running, but I caught it just in time, I guess. Lycan Naga, kind of standard stuff. Venomancer and Shadow Demon, actually. WE trying to get rid of some popular Mouse Sports support heroes. And, I mean, like, it is going to limit them a little bit, but Shadow Demon and Venomancer you don't really see normally as first bans. So Mouse Sports, I'm sure, they're going to be able to develop their team around the fact that those bans are there. Of course, that is going to limit their supports, but, you know, there's still many support heroes to choose from. WE, first pick, snatching up that Darkseer, going to be sticking him into the long lane. And Mouse Sports instantly going with the Shrek and Shrek and Nature's Prophet, which is going to give them a lot of pushing power right off the bat. Mouse Sports, who like play very aggressively, not going to be really surprised if we see a whole lot of split earth teleportation ganks and stuff like that, and especially when you have Rubik to support and set up. And then instantly transition that into a push with all the treants, all the edict damage and stuff like that. WE kind of picking some, well, just one strange hero, I suppose. Earthshaker and Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition, not really seen all too much. I do like him as a support hero, but the thing is, he's very unreliable. With a Venomancer or Shadow Demon, you just pretty much click and you get a guaranteed crowd control effect. AA, you have to rely on your teammates to actually keep the enemy within the bounds of the cold feet, which sometimes it can be pretty difficult to do, but with the Earthshaker setup, they should be able to do that. They're setting themselves up for a pretty decent tri-lane. AA and Earthshaker, two really support-oriented heroes. They need someone right now to actually take the farm and just make something out of it. But Earthshaker will combo well with Ancient Apparition. A Fissure into a Cold Feet, if you proc off the Cold Feet first, will result in a freezing feet, I guess. Their feet will be frozen. Cold, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. But then you just need someone to actually mop up the kill, because AA and Earthshaker, very low damage heroes individually, both as far as their right clicks go, and they're going to be low on levels, so their spells aren't going to be doing the most either. Though it looks like WE are going to try that Weaver one more time. That is going to be a very solid tri-lane. Weaver, he does like levels. I mean, who doesn't like levels? But what he really needs is farm. Get an early relic if he decides to go for that build. He could go for something like a Lincoln Sphere too. Really up to him. But the bans, Mouse Sports banning out the solo mid and the possible tri-lane option from WE. And then WE likewise banning out some pretty aggressive heroes. Black's anti-mage did total work on WE last game, and you don't want to have them with that long initiation range on Storm Spirit, although Mouse Sports' initiation range is pretty high because Nature's Prophet has a global initiation range, which is, I don't think you can get much higher than that. Mouse Sports, they do have a solid pushing lineup so far. We're going to see what they actually want to do with this. They need to have someone in that lane versus the AA Earthshaker, wherever they decide to roam to. Because that is a very dangerous kill combination, and Mouse Sports' heroes, not the toughest so far. They do have their supports up. They do have a solid set of disables. They have, of course, Telekinesis, and then Split Earth, and also Sprout, which, you know, pseudo-disable, but it's good enough. Right now, they're probably looking towards a little bit more of a carry-oriented pick, but unfortunately the Morphling and Anti-Mage have already been banned out, so their pickings are a little bit slimmer there. They could choose to go for a just power mid-game strategy, but it's going to be pretty hard. Earthshaker is a very defensive hero, and you could by being defensive, he could also set up kills with his AA buddy, so it will be pretty difficult to outlane that. WE just looking for a solo mid position right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Queen of Pain. But Mouse Sports is going to pick up that Tidehunter, so it looks like they are going to go towards a very early mid-game power strategy. Tidehunter is a hero that does offer you that, and with that Tidehunter pick, kind of a support-oriented hero as well, similar to the Earthshaker in that regard. Oh, WE picking up the Wisp. Okay. So that's going to change up their lanes a little bit from what I previously thought. Darkseer most likely is still going to be going into the long lane and try to survive there. But it's most likely going to be a AA solo mid, I want to say. That'll actually be pretty cool. AA solo mid, you do that because you want that level 6. That Ice Blast does a lot of damage if you could hit it. But it is a very devastating global spell nonetheless. And right now WE kind of drew into a global lineup. They have the Wisp, they have the Ancient Apparition. Unfortunately for them, okay, Mouse Sport's going to pick up the Clings. So like a regular hero for Black to play. So yeah, WE picking up a kind of global lineup. The problem with their Wisp pick is that there's no one to really effectively tether gank. There's no one to really tether to actually get a solid gank off. Usually you see stuff like, I don't know, Wisp Tidehunter to set up the Ravage, Wisp Tiny so you could just go in there, insta-give people, Wisp CK. But right now, like, who are you actually going to bring into the fight? You're not going to bring in the Weaver, because the Weaver needs to farm, and he's not going to be very useful. Earthshaker maybe, if he gets a level 6, but Earthshaker's level 6s are usually delayed quite heavily. And Darkseer and... oh, don't look, I gotta switch the camera, I forgot to do that. Yeah, so, Darkseer usually isn't very valuable if you just tether him in for a little bit. You could get a kill with the Ion Shell, so I guess that's kind of WE's best bet. Let's see who's going to be playing what. JJ is going to be playing the hard carry, Weaver FNTY on the Ancient Apparition. He hasn't geared up for a bottle early, so he might not be soloing mid, but he could still change his build into that. Chan going for a very heavy support build, double wards and clarities. He actually got those wards fed to him, or one of the sets of wards at least. And the Wisp is actually going bottle first. Wisp is going to be played by Luo, and last but not least, it is Icy on the Darkseer on the Mouse Sports side. 157 on the Tidehunter Sing Sing, playing the Rubik as he always does for Mouse Sports, with the Kuroki stand-in playing the Leshrac. Bambo is going to be soloing mid as the Nature's Prophet. Going to go for a very fast earn, try to get some aggressive ganks off, and Black is going to be soloing up the top lane. He's going to depend on the Darkseer Icy to be there, and he's probably going to be right. Not sure why Ion Shell is being used right here, but sometimes you just have too much mana and you got to get rid of it. So a Wisp solo, it looks like. There's no reason to really pick up a bottle if you're not going to solo mid, and even then you usually want to pick up some more basic stat items. You know, get a Tango, get a Salve, get a couple of branches, and then really just that'll hold you over until you could afford the bottle, because the bottle investment isn't that big. But no, the Weaver getting, oh god, the pain, it's so painful. Oh, he does have 6 Tangos, so he can eat himself out. At least he wasn't over here. That would be ugly. But the Weaver's going to eat himself out. Not much of an engagement happening there. Just a little bit of a delay. But that does force out 2 Tangos out from the Weaver. And the Weaver against this hard lane, he's going to need every Tango that he could get. But the Wisp solo mid, that is going to mean that he's going to get relocate very quickly. And, I mean, that could increase the ganking potential of WE. But the problem is that, once again, they don't have anyone to really tether gank with. So you're going to have that level 6 Wisp, which is a pretty large asset, hypothetically. But there's no one to really capitalize on that asset. Bambo should be able to handle the Wisp, no problem. The Wisp does have 575 range versus 600, so a little bit of a range advantage there. Shouldn't be too big, however. Wisp using the Spirits pretty aggressively. He has picked up an Invisibility Rune, so he is going to have a lot of bottle charges right now. I mean, like, the Spirits could be used for harassment, but he burned out all his mana to only deal, like, what, third, fourth of Bambo's health in damage, so I don't necessarily like this Wisp pick, but we'll have to actually see how it's going to pan out. Looks like the dual lane on top, FNTY with Luo on the Earthshaker. No, Chan on the Earthshaker. Completely wrong. They're going to be trying to shut down Black. They could actually get some pretty good kills on him. A Fissure into a Cold Feet will do a lot of damage to his Clinks, and they'll lock him down for a very long time so that he cannot go into that invisibility mode. JJ on the bottom lane, going up against a very aggressive lane of Kuroki and Sing Sing. A telekinesis into... What? Icy fucked up. He wasn't supposed to die there. He did have a lot of gold. I mean, like, he had, look at this. Unreliable gold. That means he did lose gold. Usually you would see an occasional suicide to the creeps if you want to get back to the base faster, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a jungle duel. 1437 and Sing Sing trying to do a little bit of work to Icy. Telekinesis not used to great effect, and 1437 and Sing Sing together looking to steal some of these creeps. Unfortunately, there's no anchor smash, and they just took a huge blast in the Saturn. 1437 might even go down from the Sing Sing with the body block, but Icy just slips right by with the surge, and 1437 is going to be in a little bit of trouble, tethered in from Luo, and that they are going to get the stun proc on that 1437. You are in so much danger, because Icy still has enough mana for a surge, but it's the Darkseer who's going to be delivering the final punch to the back of the Tidehunter. Sing Sing, oh no, what is the creep doing there? Sing Sing trying to hide, but he's going to be in a lot of trouble as well. You could try to get over here and telekinesis one of them up to the high ground, but he's taking so much damage right now, it doesn't look like he could actually get there. He's going to go down as well. Yeah, Darkseer picking up a double kill plus the first blood, kind of redeeming himself from dying to the neutrals, but we're going to pretend that never happened. He's going to go in there and just clean the rest of them up. Gold per minute, because of that, will skyrocket Icy up to the top end, and it's jungle Darkseer. You don't really see that very often because Darkseer is just so capable of surviving that long lane. But you know what? You know what else you could do in the long lane? You could put a very aggressive dual lane up there and try to get as many kills on the enemy carry as possible. Bambo might be in a little bit of danger. Chan perching on the high ground, and there's now 3 into the mid lane. Icy going to go for the vacuum. Luo does not have a tether option. He's going to use it right now, but they are not close enough. The blocks from the tree is too strong. Bambo's making a solid wall of tree and rock. He's going to allow himself safe passage out of there. And that's one of the problems with the Wisp. Tether is not a reliable spell at all, and they really, I mean, like, you could try to get the Darkseer behind them, you could try to get the Weaver behind them. But if you don't do that, then who are you going to stun? JJ might now actually be in a little bit of trouble. Telekinesis is following up with the Split Earth. The Edict damage will probably be enough. Yeah, Sentry Ward drop as well. And the Shack with the right click, picking up that Weaver. How's that Weaver doing, actually? Well, not doing too bad, actually. 240 gold per minute. 16 CS. It's definitely not the most, but on a hard lane Weaver, it's pretty good. Wisp now running for the rune. He's going to find an illusion rune, so not very useful for him, but that is going to give him a lot of spirits to spam. Keep Bambo and 1437 back. Meanwhile, on the top lane, FN2Y 18 for 8 versus the 12-3 to Clinks. Not surprisingly, the Ancient Apparition is doing a little bit better because of Chan's constant presence here. You saw that they did try to initiate once on him. It's going to force out a salve from Black. Missed that, but yeah, no kills, so no big deal. The problem is with Black, if he passes this line, I can't draw, god damn it. If he passes this line, then he's going to be in a huge amount of trouble. Because that will mean that he has a long way to walk around that fissure if he wants to get back to his tower, which I assume he will. But the fissure is also going to be very dangerous. There's the Cold Feet, and fortunately the fissure a little bit too late, so the Cold Feet does not have a chance to proc. A little bit of a delay there. I don't know if it's miscommunication or if Chan just fucked up. But either way, Clinks gets to live at least for now. But if that Cold Feet did proc, they did have the Sentry Ward here, and FN2Y would have just been able to right-click down that Clinks very easily. Luo now with his ultimate doesn't have enough mana for it, actually, waiting for a couple more seconds. And where are you going to go? Surging Icy, that was okay, just burning stuff all over the place. Where are you going with? They're going to go to the bot lane. They're looking for Kuroki, and Kuroki is going to get tagged by the Swarm, so there's no place to hide for him. He's going to try to do as much damage as he can with the Edict, but when you're trapped in a corner like that, you really don't have any options. Weaver picking up that kill, and now Luo and Icy returning to their mid lane position. I said before that they didn't have much power, which I mean, I didn't really expect the Darkseer to be in the jungle, If the Dark Zero was on the top lane, he would not be able to pull, the Wisp would not be able to pull him away. Oh no, Black might be in a little trouble. He's going to get hit by the Frost Blast, and the Cold Feet is going to tick him over and shatter him. Chan is stuck in a little bit of a corner. Sing Sing is here, so he can telekinesis him into FNTY if he wants. He's actually going to bring him closer to 1437, so work him over with that anchor. Bambo is also teleported in, sprouted FNTY, but a very fast reaction from him, eating his way through the trees, is going to buy him safe passage home. They have picked up the Earthshaker in exchange for the Clinks. Not a good trade, but at least they got something out of that engagement. Mouz 4 for 3. Currently, the advantage sitting in WE's favor. Gold advantage 1,000. Experience advantage almost 3,000. They're in quite a sizable lead, but when they have a jungle hero, it's kind of expected that you would take a lead. But this Wisp kind of doing pretty well, 33 for 11 versus 11 for 1, so yeah, kind of as expected. Not doing as well as far as the creep score goes, but Wisp, kind of an item independent hero. It's why you usually see him played as a support, because he doesn't really need all those items. He might now be in a little bit of trouble. If Sing Sing could tag him with a telekinesis, Luo, you do not want to walk up there. He's going to go and get split earth, but he's going to actually use his tether to go to Icy. It's not going to be enough though, because the Edict damage is simply too high. Icy is going to surge himself out of there. Sprout missing completely. But Icy walks away with 20 HP. Now on the top lane, the Ancient Apparition might be in a little trouble. So much damage coming out from Black. Yeah, Tidehunter does get sniped down by the Ice Blasts. I don't know, Tidehunter didn't even unleash any spells there. Oh, he actually did Gush, so I must have missed that. Black picks up a kill in exchange for the Tidehunter. That is a trade that Mouz is willing to make. Now they close the advantage down to 5-5. And now with the 3 more push-oriented heroes in the mid lane, tower at half health, it's going to take a lot of Edict damage. Fortification popped off, trying to slow them down. Chan is here as well. He's just probably, oh, he actually is going to go right now. Icy and the Wisp teleported in. Fisher onto Kuroki and the Vacuum to finish him off. Icy's taking a lot of damage, however. Bambo's trying to teleport out of this, but he does get stunned once again by the tether. Icy does live, and Mouz take 2 deaths right there. Good solid teleports in. That's one of the strengths of Wisp. The problem is, like, they could have done that if the Wisp was a support hero too. Get a little bit of level on him. The Ancient Apparition is also level 7, so if they kind of played it a little bit differently, they could have been a little bit better, in my opinion. But hell, it works. What works, works. And that one teleport in, Chan was already there to set up, and then you suddenly have a 1 versus 3 into a 4 versus 3. I don't know about you, but I like those odds if I'm the 4 versus 3. Oh, per minute now, JJ has skyrocketed to the top, 365, and he hasn't. Oh, he's actually picked up 2 kills, 1 onto Kuroki, and 1 on someone else. I actually don't remember. But short-term memory loss, guys. But he's just gonna be farming up the bot lane. No one's actually going there to contest him. Teleport's now coming in. It's going to be the Earthshaker. If they could set up something big, Ice Blast coming and going to hit all of Mouz with the Fisher to follow up, vacuuming them back towards safety, actually. Icy is going to get telekinesis, and he is going to be taking a fall. Luo going to tag off the Leshrac with the Wisps, but he's going to pay for it with his life. 157 going to get hit by the last tick of that Germinate attack. Weaver going to time-lapse out of that Sprout after picking up that kill. 3 for 1, and he's increased his gold lead by just a little bit. Nature's Prophet also 3 for 1. With that 1 assist as well, and he does have a Hand of Midas, so the farm from Bambo is going to start being completely ridiculous. The top lane teleports in is going to be that Tidehunter, so they could try to go for FNTY one more time. Black eating creep for some extra damage to FNTY. You got to be careful. He does see Black coming in right now. 157, not in range of the Gush. Actually, now he is in the range of the Gush, but here comes Luo and Icy. Gonna go for 157. Is the Cold Feet gonna proc? No, it's not, but the tether is there. And vacuuming him back, the Wisp with the Spirits getting the kill. That gank not exactly panning out for Mouz. But now we have a teleport in from Bambo. Missing the Sprout on Chan, but he does still have pretty good vision of him, and Sing Sing stole the Fisher. Perfect use of that stolen spell. And Leshrac with the Split Earth picking up that kill. Ice Blast is going to fly out. Is it going to hit Sing Sing? Sing Sing dodges to the left. Good play by him, seeing that Ice Blast coming from a mile away, dodging it and saving his life with that dodge. Wisp has gone for an Urn, and he's been decently effective, teleporting in with Icy. That Ion Shell level 4 does a considerable amount of damage. It's not exactly the burst that you usually see, because once again, Tiny and CK, kind of the go-to Wisp tether heroes. But what works, works, I suppose. The Ion Shell is doing enough to actually get them some kills, especially when they have additional heroes coming into support as well. And speaking of support, we now see 4 grouped up on the top lane area. The Darkseer does have a smoke if they want to pop that off, look for a pick. He can use a surge to get a little bit closer to his team, and are they actually going to smoke here? They do see Kuroki, so they can go for him with the initiation range of Earthshaker, land a couple of spirits on him, then just have Icy clean up with the Ion Shell. They could go for that, but if they do, it's going to be trouble because now there's 4 heroes on the mid lane. I don't think they're actually aware of that. They are aware of that, so they do have a ward, so they probably are aware of at least 2 heroes here. Kuroki and 147 still a little bit hidden. Might be trying to bait with 2 heroes. Up now they're a little bit revealed, and they're going to try to finish off this tower. Not much health on it left. Fisher going off onto Luo and a Gush. He's taking a lot of damage. Ravage being used by 157, and Luo is going to take a fall by the Nature's Prophet. Lestrak also picking up the Weaver in the meantime. Icy is going to get telekinesis down, and he's unable to get close to deal damage with the Ion Shell. The Ice Blast has hit on Sing Sing, and he might tick over from this. No, he's going to live with 80 HP. The Echo Slam, unfortunately, a little bit out of range. And not enough damage there to actually kill anyone from Mouz. 4 for 0. Trade in favor of Mouz, even with that Ice Blast. The Darkseer unfortunately could not get close enough. He was stuck behind the Fisher in this area, telekinesed up, and then a little bit of creep blocking happened as well. That fight definitely did not go the way of WE. The Ancient Apparition did not teleport in for that. He did hit a pretty good Ice Blast, which almost got the kill on the Rubik, but a little bit too little too late. Oh no, Luo and Icy looking for Kuroki. Are they going to get the Telestun? The Vacuum is going to be the one that interrupts his teleport. And the Spirit Burst damage pretty darn high there. Kuroki is going to be the sacrificial lamb, but they did get a tier 1 tower. They did get a tier 2 tower. So I'm sure Mouz is going to be okay with that trade. Kuroki is 2,000 gold. What are you going to be doing with that? I have no idea. So far Mouz has been playing pretty well. They managed to recover with that very stellar team fight, really. A good Ravage right in the middle of all of the WE heroes, and all the while Black has been farming, so that was a 4v4, which Mouz managed to take very handily. Black is going to be going for that Orchid. Once he gets that, WE's got to be in a lot of trouble. Weaver will be completely crippled if he gets silenced, so Black is going to be hunting that bug all day long. And of course, the very squishy supporting cast of WE as well is in a substantial amount of danger once those items come up. One Oblivion staff done, the other will be done in very short order. Kuroki and the Tidehunter smoked up. Is anyone else smoked up? No, just those 2. So they're going to be heading towards the bot lane. Going to try to get a pick on the Weaver. It's going to be very difficult, however. They do not have a very reliable disable Split Earth. It might land on the Weaver, but he's definitely going to be invisible if it does land. Here comes Sing Sing though, so there's their initiation range with the telekinesis. Telekinesis into Split Earth is their best bet at killing this Weaver until Black gets a silent stick. We actually see 1437 hiding in the trees. 15 seconds till Ravage, so we might want to wait that duration if they want to go onto this Weaver. The Weaver seems to be baiting, however, so we're going to see a 3v3 on this bot lane. There's the telekinesis opening onto JJ, and the Split Earth is going to hit as well. Following up with the Gush, and the Pulse Nova might be able enough to do him in. Yes, it is. Here comes Luo and Icy, though. Ravage is popped off, though, and Luo is going to be the first one to fall. Icy is going to take a fall because of the teleportation in from Bambo. Going to get himself a couple more of those charged. Lestrak picking up a triple kill. Kuroki with that Pulse Nova. So much damage, even though it's only level 1. It's going to be level 2 shortened. Yeah, it's going to be level 2 soon. But apparently level 1 is just enough to kill the Weaver with the Chain Stun. Time Lapse used to try to dodge the Split Earth, but unfortunately the only thing it actually lapsed was the Fade Bolt. It was a good try, but unfortunately not fruitful. Sing Sing does smell out Chan, and now you are in a lot of trouble, Earthshaker. The Edict is there. Telekinesis on him as well. Teleportation coming in. Ice Blast not going to hit. But here comes Icy as well as Luo with the Tether teleportation. 157 does not have Ravage for this fight. FN2Y going to try to take down Kuroki. He's not going to be able to do so. Bambo is going to sprout up someone. He's going to take out the Wisp, but he's also going to pay for it with his life. Icy, very low HP. 157 kind of trapped in the trees. Sing Sing now stolen the Shikuchi, so he's probably going to live from this. The Tidehunter, where's the Tidehunter? Tidehunter teleported out, and now Sing Sing and Kuroki, the only ones to stay alive. They're going to be chased down by JJ. They could actually kill him if they somehow get vision, but the invisibility in the Ion Shell is simply too much. Sing Sing trying to Shikuchi away from that Cold Feet. He is going to get away, but the Fade Bolt snipe on the Darkseer. Cheese kill at the end to cap off that fight. He does still have a little bit of mana, but he's got to be careful because Ion Shell Weaver does a lot of damage. If he tags you for only a second, it's going to hurt. Now we have a little bit of an invisibility battle going on here. Unfortunately for Sing Sing, he only has mana for one more Shikuchi, and he's going to use that to get himself out of there. So Mouz extending the lead 18-13 as we approach the mid-game. The power from the Leshrack's constant output of damage, simply too much for WE. Like Darkshire's getting teleported in, but he can't stick to his targets well enough to actually do the damage. Black, in the meantime, has taken out the tier 1 on the top lane. Teleport in, coming for Chan. He's going to get sprouted. He can unleash the Fisher, but it's only going to buy him a couple seconds of time with Black. Searing Arrows picking up that Earthshaker kill, going hunting for Cow, and he did find his target. That is going to put him a little bit closer to his Orchid, so he's going to have that in about a minute. Luo and Icy now tethered up. They're looking for teleportation. Where are they actually going to go? They're going to go to the top lane, look for Bambo, and Bambo's in a lot of trouble. All the spirits hitting. He's going to sprout himself, try to teleport away, but the tether stun is there. The vacuum is there, and he's not going to get away from that. 14-19 now. Bambo kind of dying unnecessarily. Nothing really fruitful came out of that from Mouz. He definitely did not expect that teleportation to come in. But all the people from WE were on the top lane. Did give Kuroki 157 a lot of time to push out the bottom lane. This tower is going to take an edict. The fortification is not up. JJ is here to defend, but he's 17 minutes in, a little bit far away from his edict. Oh, we might see an engagement right here. Icy, as well as Luo, getting caught out by the two-man Ravage and instantly getting killed by the edict, by the Pulse Nova. Wrong place, wrong time. That's one of the problems with Wisp. When there's so much AoE, Wisp is a strength hero, but he's not really exactly what you would call bulky, because he's just a little ball of light. I wouldn't say that's very strong at all. But he's a very weak hero, and if there's enough AoE, like such as, you know, Nature's Prophet Ultimate, everything that Kuroki has to offer, the Fade Bolt, and then of course the Ravage Anchor Smash, the Wisp is going to die unless he has perfect positioning, and so far he has not had that. Ice Blast coming in to this Roshan. He is going to scout it out, but it's not really going to be doing much. He can do a little bit of damage to Mouz. WE really not in a position to contest this. Roshan has been picked up by the Dire side. Kuroki, Leshrack, now with 2 lives, and heading towards... Is he going to go straight Aghanim Scepter, or is this... Looks like he was heading towards Bloodstone with the Arcane Boots and then the Point Booster. Picking up that Ogre Axe kind of throws a wrench in that. He does have a lot of money, so he could be saving for a straight up BKB and trying to catch WE by surprise. If he does get that, he's going to be pretty much impervious to all the damage that WE has to offer. FN2I might be in a little bit of trouble. No, actually no, Mouz a little bit too far away, and the backup for FN2I is there. But the Ancient Apparition hasn't really been that much of a factor this game. He's almost level 11, which will increase his effectiveness by quite a bit. But he hasn't really been there for the Cold Feet, for the Vortexes. They really needed to actually take those fights. Black with the Orchid now finished. Looking for a pick on him, but he doesn't know how many support heroes there are behind him. And there are a lot. It's probably good that he didn't actually go for that Bambo. Farming up the Ancients, he just picked up an Aghanim Scepter, so Mouz is going to go into full map control mode, and Black might be in a little bit of trouble. Vacuum, Fisher missing actually the Vacuum, pulled him out of the Fisher. Split Earth, double fish, Split Earth is going to hit, and there goes the Wisp and the Darkseer right off the bat. FN2I is going to land the Ice Blast, but there's no damage actually to follow up, and everyone from WE is just getting massacred. JJ is going to try to pick up Black. He is going to tag him with the Shikuchi, and that is going to take him over from the Ice Blast. But he pays for it with his life, and 5 for 1. Mouz, very strong fight. Tidehunter picking up a Blink Dagger. Oh, he didn't even use that Ravage in that fight. This is looking just so good for Mouz. WE, not enough damage. Their Weaver was there, but he doesn't have a Radiance. He doesn't even have his Relic yet. So really, what could a Weaver offer besides that Swarm, besides a little bit of Shikushi damage? And really, all of that pales in comparison when you have a Leshrack who has level 2 Pulse Nova, when you have a Sing Sing who's the Sing Sing Rubik stealing everything and using it very effectively, and then Nature's Prophet with that ultimate. Not to mention Black, who was just chilling in the back doing a lot of damage. Bambo can get vacuum back. Fisher once again missing though. Chan not on point with his Fishers. Sing Sing, oh, there's the blink in Ravage from 137. It is another massacre. Everyone is dying. Ultra kill from Kuroki with that Black King bar. He didn't have it last fight, I don't believe. Yeah, the courier is actually going back home. That definitely caught WE by surprise, but an ultra kill going for him. He's going to be wishing he picked up a Bloodstone, because that Bloodstone would have like 20-something charges by now. Nonetheless, the Ravage used very effectively. WE definitely did not see that Blink Ravage coming. It was not used in the fight up here, and with that fight up there actually bought the Tide Hunter enough money and time to actually get up that Blink Dagger. Last tier 2 tower of the WE side is in a little bit of danger now. Mouz going to summon up some treants. Going to use one to... Ooh, very smart play by him. Going to pull the creep wave away. And there's really not enough range damage to kill off that treant, so it's going to lead these Radiant creeps onto a very merry chase. But it is going to buy him enough time to work down that tower. Nature's Prophet taking down the last tier 2. And now they might be looking for another engagement. Kuroki, no, probably not actually. Kuroki, very low HP, so very low mana also, not very useful. Did Icy just use his vacuum to cut through the trees? Yeah, that's just so lazy, Icy. Come on, just walk around. You have Surge, it's cheaper than vacuum. I've never seen a play that lazy. But, it worked. Whatever. He's going to go back to the base anyway, so it's not really a big deal. It's just hilarious to me. Mouz now resuming their farming spree. Clinks with an Ogre Club looking towards BKB, and once he gets that, I mean, Weaver does have enough for a relic. And the little car is flying out to get that right now, but 22 minutes in, it's going to be like a 25-minute radiance, which isn't the fastest. He did have the hard lane, but it wasn't really that hard. Oh, he's going to get spotted out by Black. There's the Orchid Silence to open up. Telekinesis and Fade Bolt to follow. And that is going to be a very dead bug. The only good bug is a dead bug, and that bug is very dead. Bambo going full pushing mode with that Maelstrom, with that Aghanim Scepter. Going to constantly be pressuring every single lane with that Nature's Prophet global presence. 57 is going to get vacuum back. He might be in a little bit of danger, actually, if this Fisher finally decides to hit. It does hit, but the Kraken Shell proc instantly negates that. 157 looking for a Ravage. It is not there. Luo is getting right-clicked down by the Clinks. Nature's Prophet picking up that kill on the Darkseer. In the meantime, Sing Sing going to chase after Chan. Not going to happen, however. And the Wall of Replica does get dropped down. It didn't really do much. Didn't really do much at all. Teamfight wasn't there. Earthshaker did not have a very good opportunity to land his Echo Slam, and with 3 down, Mouz are going to push the high ground. The Edict is there, the Searing Arrows and Strafe is also there, and this tower is going to go boom, you're down. Melee Racks might also be in trouble. The Earthshaker has to do something now, at least fire off some fissures, slow them down or something, but the Raxes are down. Ice Blast is up from the AA if he wants to shoot it off, but he's not even doing that. Here comes Chan, but he's instantly chain disabled. No opportunity there at all. That's why you got to try to open up with a Fissure or an Ice Blast. Try to get some disarray going there. Fissure now being stolen by Sing Sing. Ravage from 157 hitting Icy and JJ right on the tips. But a hit is a hit, and JJ is going to be forced to time lapse. Perfect dust then, but it's not going to be enough. No lockdown disables. Luo taking another fall. JJ getting stunned also. And that is going to set up perfectly for the Split Earth. WE's Luo calling GG. They just constantly got mopped up by those kills. And really, there was nothing they could do with the team comp that they had. They didn't have sufficient opening. Darkseer was not... They didn't have that vacuum available. And his farm really kind of subpar. But with 10 deaths, it's kind of to be expected. I feel like the Wisp didn't exactly pan out for WE. Tried to be, I mean, like, it was relatively successful with the Darkseer, but the Darkseer dying 10 times is not something you want to have happen. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mouz versus WE, Game 2 to decide who gets to play in the International. I'm sure you already know who wins the set, but I'm going to cast them anyway because I have not seen the games. Game 3 to come up, and I'm going to see how long it takes for me to actually upload this video. It is noon right now, so I should probably, once I get everything compressed and edited into one video, we're going to see how long that actually takes, and I'm very excited to have like a 30-minute upload. Should be good. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.